Hey friends, it's Shannon with Geek Vault here with Keith.
Hey guys.
And with this week we are going to Geeked On Big Brother. We're going to talk about week 2 in the Big Brother house. This is for the All-Star season. And we will be talking about spoilers. So if you haven't watched week 2, probably don't want to hear all about this.
If you haven't watched week 2, why are you watching a Big Brother podcast? That's a question. But this week was Memphis this week.
Memphis, yeah.
He was HOH after a painful to watch comp.
Very painful to watch comp.
At least he kept it short.
Yes, he did.
So we end up with Memphis HOH. The alliance is stuck in their amalgamous state, and two sides pushing for different things.
Interestingly enough, so Memphis nominates... No.
Let's talk first about the safety suite.
Oh, yeah.
And Memphis's...
threatening.
Gameplay. Memphis, with the plan to try and get as many people to use their safety suite out of the way as possible. Even his own alliance.
Right. Yeah, he was really gunning. If everybody had used it except for him, he'd have been so happy.
Right.
And so, what is it? Keep everyone on their toes. Keep them on their toes mentality. Now, to give him credit, it did work. I think the only one not in his alliance that didn't use the safety suite was Nicole.
It worked pretty well.
Anthony. Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah.
In that race to get everyone to use it, we got a Christmas win.
Yeah.
Good on Christmas. It was an interesting challenge, balancing those tables.
I'm really interested in how Ian was able to talk her into using it on him. What, Christmas, why?
Yeah.
Why?
Solid question.
You saved a winner? Why?
But that cost its own level of
Drama
and chaos in the game.
Absolutely.
I love chaos. I love a player who can play in chaos.
Yeah.
And I will say, for all the chaos, Memphis held his head pretty well.
Yeah, well, he caused a lot of it and on purpose. And
That's true.
And there is something to be said about chaos players.
Yeah.
And I think Ian thinks he's a chaos player.
Nah. Memphis played with the greatest chaos player of all time.
Yeah.
Dan Giesling was a chaos player.
Well, does that mean, though, he has to now lay low? Lay low for weeks, because that's what Dan did.
This week, Memphis needs to go to bed, but we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We'll definitely get there.
So chaos ensues. Christmas saves Ian.
Which, unfortunately, digs into Memphis's plan to help get revenge for Dan.
And we had talked when it came on the episode, and he's in the diary room saying he needed to get revenge for Dan. Was that something real? Was that something planted by the diary room? It seems pretty real to me.
Yeah.
Ian did go to the end with Dan. He did win. I want to use win as in far as he got the money.
And I think Memphis would agree with that. And a whole lot of other players agree with that.
Yeah. That was a devastating loss for Dan, I guess, at the time. But it was all about jury management and the fact that they were never going to give it to Dan.
I think Dan took it well. But I think Memphis has an ego.
Yeah.
There's no doubt Memphis has an ego.
Okay.
And when they talk the greatest players of all time, they talk Will, they talk Dan, they talk Derek. And then they talk Mike Boogie. Well, Memphis went in this season with a clean shot at Ian.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm going to show that I'm the best alliance member, and I'm going to get revenge. The only other thing he could have done that would have been chaotic
Yeah.
and brilliant, I think, personally, was take a shot at the other guy. Take down Cody. Cody goes on the block, he's going home.
Oh, yeah. If Cody goes on the block, he's going, well...
No, as much as players talk about he's safe,
he's
you get a guy like Cody sitting on that block and people start thinking, when are we going to get this chance again?
Why should I take out Nicole Anthony when I've got... Or why should I take out...
But after Chaos, Memphis decided to back down.
Yeah.
And he nominated Nicole.
Yes.
He nominated David.
Now let's talk for a minute about his alliance's opinion about that.
Yeah, sure.
So he nominates David and Nicole, and his alliance were on board for that, in that they thought if he won, or if any of them won...
If anybody won.
If anybody won, right, and they took themselves down, backdoor Janelle or backdoor Kaser.
Yeah.
Whichever one. I think it was Janelle that they wanted to target.
If anyone but Kaser or Janelle won,
right,
someone was coming down, Kaser or Janelle was going up.
And
that was not in Memphis's arithmetic.
And it shouldn't have been. Memphis has got a good relationship with Janelle and Kaser.
Absolutely.
Right now, they aren't a threat to him. And I don't think he thinks that they could win. If he took them to the end, that they would win against him.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably an accurate read. I think probably left in the house right now, and without knowing how the rest of the season's going to play out, the people that could beat him at the end are probably Cody and probably Danny, if she plays a good enough game.
Tyler.
The other second place people.
Yeah, the people in that tier.
Yeah. I mean, as far as we've seen so far.
Kaser and Janelle are not in that tier.
Right, they aren't in that tier. Janelle plays very well.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no doubt that she is a comp beast, or at least she has been. But as far as social game, as far as understanding strategy and the nuances of Big Brother, not exactly. I mean, no offense to all you Janelle fans. I know there are a ton of them. She looks gorgeous on video. I mean, and I completely understand why you would be a Janelle fan. She's also rah girl, but she is not a great Big Brother player.
Well, the rah girl's still only so real too. Beside the point.
Yeah, well, that is beside the point.
What really happened was you've got his alliance wanting to get rid of Janelle and Kaser.
Yeah.
You got Janelle and Kaser wanting a shot at Tyler, Cody, one of those guys. And you've got everybody in every alliance everybody in alliance with Memphis trying to protect their back-end player.
Wow.
Their player that's not in the alliance.
Right.
Like, Tyler is mad because David's up. What? Why wasn't Tyler mad last week?
Right. Well, right. Well, and why, I guess we should go on before I ask this question, but so Memphis wins the veto.
Absolutely.
In a competition that is arguably and has been talked about in the House as being sexist, because the ball in the middle was
false.
They were saying the ball in the middle was so heavy that there was no way a girl could have done that for the length of time that it took that Memphis and who else was it went to the end of that comp? I don't remember now.
David and Tyler.
Okay. David and Tyler did.
And I say watch Survivor.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's fair. I mean, it was a very Survivor-esque competition.
It was a Survivor comp.
Yeah, it was a Survivor comp.
It was an easy version of a Survivor comp.
Yeah.
And
whether or not they really believe that, and that's just what they're saying to Nicole Anthony too, maybe.
Well, we'll talk more about the games and how fans react to the games. Well, because there is a topic that's going to come up later on this.
All right. Well, anyway, so the competition, Memphis wins it. And you could tell at the end it was Memphis and Tyler, right? And that's what it was. The drama between Memphis and Tyler, at least CBS presented it as if high drama between Memphis and Tyler.
And yeah, we're sitting here asking, what drama?
Well, the drama was, yeah, right, the drama they created. So the drama was they wanted to backdoor Janelle and Kaser. They knew Memphis wouldn't do it. He pretty much told him, wasn't planning on doing that. Why should I save someone? Why would I get more blood on my hands?
Yeah.
And they said, well, then they were pissed. Or whatever you want to say. They were ticked that he wouldn't do that. Well, but he didn't do it. Cody didn't do it. He says it's too early. And Memphis a week later is like, it's still too early. I don't want to get more blood on my hands.
Yeah, Cody gets to walk out of week 1 blood free.
But
Memphis doesn't. Because how much of an alliance member of the big alliance is Memphis to everyone?
Yeah, it seems like, Memphis is older than the rest of them.
Yeah.
And is this an age line? Memphis crossed over the age line because of his relationship with Cody. But really, he should be on the other side with Janelle and Kaser, which is where he belongs, with the old school players, or however they want to denote it.
Well, as mad as Tyler was about David maybe going this week,
yeah,
Keisha went last week.
Yeah, Keisha
would have been a great ally for Memphis.
Absolutely. I think Keisha just got off to a bad start. If she had had a week, she probably could have got... I mean, I think she would have been a really good ally for...
Well, in season 10, everyone got a free pass through week 1.
No, that's true.
Except for Brian.
Yeah, except for Brian, but...
And then week 2, pretty much everyone got a pass. Except for Steven, Angie, and Dan.
Yeah, so it was like basically 3 or 4 weeks of free passes,
right?
Because of one person,
right?
And the multiple alliances.
But what I'm saying about that is, Keisha survives week 1. She gets stronger.
She's a social gamer. That was her jam, and I think she would have done well.
Yeah.
But
certainly would have done better than the 2 people on the block this week.
Oh my land.
It did not become a race to save me.
No.
It was a race to the bottom. They both tried to get themselves evicted, it seemed like.
I heard.
Well, Devon goes to him and says, I've heard you're in this big alliance.
Yes.
And David basically confirms it.
Right. He didn't confirm it so much as I can't talk to you about that.
He didn't deny it. He said, I've got backup plans. That's confirming.
And here's the thing. What backup plans does David have? He's in one alliance, the all-guy alliance.
He's got Tyler fighting for him.
And he's got Tyler fighting for him.
That was his backup plan, and it was enough.
Oh, well, I think, he'll probably make it to jury because of all the infighting and because of Janelle and Kaser. But I just don't see his game.
Tyler?
I'm talking about,
David. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Tyler for sure, I think, is going to make it that far. But
I mean, David, I think he's got potential. We both did. We're coming into the season, thought he's going to go on a little while.
Yeah, I think he could. I think he's got potential.
He's got potential to blow himself up, too.
He's playing his first season, and they are all playing their second, third, fourth season.
Yeah.
And he's just outmatched. He's outwitted, he's outmatched. He only beat Nicole Anthony because she's aligned with Janelle and Kaser.
Yeah. Let's talk about his reaction to Memphis's poke. Because that's what it was.
Oh my gosh.
Memphis poked him a little bit.
Yes.
He said, you're at the big boy table now. That's the truth. The guy had never been up for eviction. Well, or he had never cast an eviction vote.
Right.
He had never played the strategic side of this game. So, Memphis poked him.
Right.
If he'd taken that as what it was, a good-natured rib,
right,
it would have helped him.
But no, we're going to be offended by this.
Yeah. So fine.
Whatever.
Moving on, because there's no win to be had this week.
Yeah.
Neither of them seemed to want to be there when it came time to fight to stay.
Though, fair enough, David did kind of lay low, and maybe that was the right choice.
Sure it was, because Nicole Anthony was blowing up and falling apart and going off on our allies and to no avail. And I think that the truth is nobody would just tell her there is no saving you this week. Well, let's say about the immediate snap reaction that there's something emotionally wrong with her because she struggled when she was on the block and in trouble.
Well, you could
Come on.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with her. But I mean, the thing is that you can see many times where she said to them, "So there's no saving me this week," and nobody said, "No, no, we're not saying that. We're not saying." Yeah, you should just. I mean, I think. I get it. You don't want to be the one to tell somebody they're leaving, but at the same time, I think they could have saved themselves a lot of drama.
Yeah, I was pulling for Nicole. I thought
for
she was a strong contender. The chips fall the way they fall sometimes.
Yeah, and then we have a vote, and in the vote, only 2 people vote off.
Yeah.
So voting for against David, Kevin.
Yes, of course.
Who is most closely aligned and I think I like that Kevin stays, and I'm kind of a little upset with Janelle and Case. Or what's the point?
No, there's no point. There's no point.
But there is also no point. I get that. But Enzo, what in the world? What is Enzo trying to do there?
Well, I don't think he accomplishes anything.
No.
Unless Case and Janelle hold tight.
Right, unless they say, we didn't do it.
Except for now, they can point the finger at Case and Janelle as the 2 votes.
Right, and maybe that was his point. Well, or maybe Enzo thought, if I do this and they don't, it blocks them with having an alliance with David. Maybe.
It's a chaos move. I'm a fan of Hinky votes.
I am too. I'm a fan of Hinky
votes. If I can see a reason for it.
Yeah, when they make sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't see a reason for that.
All right.
So Nicole Anthony walks out the door.
Julie,
her and her 10 feet apart, basically tells her about the alliances.
It was more than that. Julie was kind of harsh with Nicole. I mean...
Yeah, yeah. But I was bringing it up to say, not whatever with Julie and Nicole, but I was bringing it up to say, I was thinking they might be going back in the house because they didn't reveal anything
to
Keisha, and then they go and they tell her about the alliance, the big alliance. So I guess they're not going back in the house, or at least Nicole Anthony's not going back in the house.
Maybe it's still a possibility.
She did say several times during the week, we did kind of skip over that she wanted to quit.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to go in the direction.
I don't know that she actually said she wanted to quit. I think Davon let her too. Maybe you want to quit.
Well, whatever. All right. Well, after that, then we have an HOH competition.
Before we move into HOH, our Big Brother check-in on fantasy.
Yes.
Right now we've got Shannon sitting on top with 9 points.
Yep.
Followed closely by Aust with 8 points.
And OCS Palm, who also has... Aust has 6 points, and OCS Palm, who also has 6 points.
There you go. So, good going, Shan.
Hey, we'll see how long it lasts. I mean, Kevin's still in the house right now, and I'm highly invested.
Good luck to everyone else. We hope you're hanging in and checking it out. So that's that?
Yeah.
Okay, HOH. I think there was a fundamental misunderstanding of what the rules were of this game.
I think so too. Why were there so many beer steins back there if they only got 3 shots?
Yeah.
And we were questioning, could they have taken multiple shots? Was it a time frame? And it's just a more amount.
Yeah, time's supposed to be the
indicator of who won.
Was the tiebreaker.
Right. So if you only got 3 shots.
Right.
I don't know.
So anyway, there was some confusion.
Yeah, for sure.
Which
maybe
led
to here, I don't know.
A common Big Brother audience reaction.
Yep.
Oh, it was rigged. Oh, it was cheated. And then the feeds go off for a while.
Yeah.
For quite a while. Which leads to...
There were some rumors that it was because of the West Coast not having seen the live episode yet, and that might be the truth of it, because it would spoil who the HOH is.
True. But the feeders went all conspiracy theory that the winner, who ended up being Tyler, was being unthrown of HOH.
Right.
We were going to come back, and Janelle was going to be HOH, and it was so comical to watch.
It was, yeah, it was very funny to watch. That did happen once before.
It did.
And so.
But in that comp, you could see the buzzers weren't working. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy comp.
So we've got a new HOH in Tyler.
Yeah. And I believe in the scenario that happened before, they just redid the comp, right?
Well, they redid it.
A different version of it,
comp.
or more different questions or something. Yeah.
But we've got Tyler. We've got a week coming.
Yeah. We're assuming he's going to go after Janelle Kaser, because that's what his big thing was last week.
Well, but if he has any integrity.
He also said in his DR that he wanted to work with her, so I don't know.
Yeah.
That was, that was last week. It was only a week ago, but,
the alliance map we don't have this week is madness. It's...
Yeah. Everybody's aligned with everybody.
Yeah, the alliance map is a circle.
Right.
And everyone's in it.
Yeah.
And everyone's not in it.
Right.
So, what's going to happen this week? Yeah, Janelle and Kaser are going to be the targets. You have to assume Tyler's going to follow through. If Tyler doesn't follow through, how will his alliance react?
Yeah.
If he doesn't follow through, who's he going after?
Right, or what if one of them is there any way to save one of them? Probably not.
Yeah, you can save one of them.
Or two of them. There's no way to save them both. I
don't
think. And I also have a question in the back of my head of how long. I think Danny's got a time bomb in her. Right?
Oh, absolutely.
So she is, for the last time she played, turned on her alliance because she got bored.
Yeah.
I feel like that might be coming. I don't know if it'll be now.
I don't know if she's bored this time so much as they're not doing what she wants and she's gone back to pouty Danny.
Yeah, well. Yeah.
My speculation for this week is chaos.
Yeah.
And Memphis needs to go to bed.
Go to bed, Memphis. Go to bed. Go to bed, Kevin, too. You can go to bed now.
Yeah. Kevin, hide.
Yeah. Hide, Kevin.
You and Memphis make a pillow fort or something. Hang out. Let them argue about whatever the heck they want. Honestly, I don't think Memphis is in any trouble. And Kevin's only real threat is as a pawn right now.
And Nicole Franzel, why are you so afraid of Janelle?
Nicole Franzel, why are you so afraid?
What? I'm just confused. Yeah.
I get why Devon's afraid.
Yeah.
I get why Bailey's worried.
Yeah.
I get even why Memphis might have a little shake in him right now.
Right.
He doesn't need to, I don't think. But he could.
Yeah.
But Nicole? Who's going after Nicole?
Yeah. And why did she say... Why? And I don't know why we're going backwards, but why did she take it so personally when he didn't use the veto? He's coming after a member of your alliance.
That was the smartest thing Memphis did, I think. Was making Nicole more paranoid.
Why wouldn't you use it? So basically, I can't trust him now. You can't trust him because he didn't do what you said?
Yeah.
She's not coming after you right now. I saved you this week.
Right. Janie has a habit of not liking women on the other side.
Yeah.
But she's going to take Cody, or she's going to take Tyler.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know what Nicole's worry is. If Nicole should be worried about anyone, it's Devon.
Yeah, well, and let's just say, women, get it together. We can't have another woman going out the door. We can't have it all women going out at the beginning. I don't know if it's the guy's alliance. I don't know how sturdy that thing is, but...
Can we throw Nicole out and get Casey back, please? Casey, I miss you. I love you. Come back. While we're at it, Enzo, get out. We need Luchasaurus. Austin, come back, man. Okay. I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry. I missed Luchasaurus last week. He deserves the call out.
Well, we should probably end it there on that high note. And thank you for tuning in. This is Shannon and Keith with Geeked On Big Brother. And here's your reminder.
Be excellent to each other. And
Game on! Game on! Game on!